because less than 3% of you people read books. Listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We'll tell you anything you want to hear. We lie like hell. We'll tell you any shit you want to hear. We deal in illusions, man. None of it is true. You're beginning to believe the illusions. This is mass madness, you maniac. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are the illusion.
Oh man, you muted. Unmute yourself.
Sorry about that. I just want to let everybody know, yeah, we are Indian by television. So we are also on we are on episode 106.
Woo!
So we're gonna talk about be a fool, know what, and who to vote for. My name is VP.
It says Jackass. It don't say fool.
Yeah, I don't say that word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharif is our moral compass, everybody. Sharif won't say half the stuff me and Drummer says because he's a good guy. Me and Drummer ain't shit.
Hey, nah.
We ain't shit. Wait a minute.
You know what? Hey, sorry, I'm mute. My bad. I need to turn it off, turn it back on.
Your comeback is even better.
Yeah, man, you handled that very well, even though your teammates are laughing their ass off. Good job, Sharif. Good recovery. That was a good recovery.
All right, y'all. I'm Drummer. Thank you for joining in episode 106. We talking about don't be a jackass and know what and who you are voting for. Thank you for joining in.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
All right, Sharif. I said it the way it should have been said. I said it the way that me and Troy would say it. You said it the right way.
Yeah. Sharif is politically. We can't talk. Mic's off. And this show is a train wreck. It's a train wreck right now. We might as well stop and start over. Hey, we're already competing with Thursday night football, so people ain't gonna. Most of the guys that are supposed to support us are gonna be watching the football game and not gonna be supporting us. Hey,
who's out there?
Y'all should be watching us.
Who's out there? Who we got out there today? Come on,
it's that season.
Come on. Who's out there? Talk to us. We see how many people's on, so we know. So just come on and say where you at, what's your name, all that good stuff. Otherwise, like Michael Jackson said, beat
it. Damn, man. Yeah, the show has gone to shit. Did you just reference Michael Jackson? Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus, help us. Let's recover. Oh, my God.
We're toast.
Oh, we're toast. Trevor said we're toast. Anyway, thank you guys, man. Oh, if you guys missed last week, it was a great show. We talked about twerking. For those who are watching the replay, there's going to be a little card at the top. You can click that and watch that. Watch that also. Don't miss that. Don't miss that. That's a pretty good one. A pretty good debate on twerking.
Yes, and we wasn't saying that we hate twerking. What we were saying was twerking is cool, but it's the good. It's not the tasteless where you all just got your backside turned way up. Way. We talking about that kind. We talking about the nice that the young girls can see and like, hey, we don't want them with the shorts, way little with the cheeks hanging out. Not all the time. We ain't getting into that. But anyway, this is what we're going to do, y'all. since ain't nobody gonna say they out there, we're gonna first of all, I'm gonna put up the link so you can come into the green room and you can be on camera with us, have your microphone on. Tell them why they need their microphone and everything.
And make sure you have the microphone correctly and the light on for me to read your lip because I'm there, so I have to read lip. So if you die, I cannot read your lip. But them two, Drummer and Troy, they can hear. So that's not fair for me. So I just want to appreciate it more if you guys put the lights on.
I'm just going to put it out there. We're probably the only podcast on YouTube or in America that has a deaf host. So everybody give it up for Sharif because it takes a lot of courage.
Thank you.
A lot of courage.
Thank you.
To do something like this. We really appreciate his input.
Thank you.
We're glad he's on, even though he fucks up the beginning of the show. But we love him. We love him to death.
Yeah, I want to say thank you for the opportunity, because the first two episodes, I was nervous and I wasn't with it, but now I got the hang of it.
Hey, that time when you had to be on by yourself, you did good.
Well, I didn't want to. Okay.
Just by yourself, you did real good. All right. We just laughing around, messing around. Sharif messed up, so we laughing. But anyway, we want to give y'all merchandise. We do have merchandise, t-shirts, hoodies, socks. You want Idiotbox tattoo? You can get that too. Put one on your.
I just want to let everybody know Art brought up you used to have to do it through PayPal. Now we accept all major credit cards. So you won't have any problems ordering the merchandise off the website. Got your credit card, you got your EBT card, whatever you may have, go on there and order you some merchandise. Support your boys.
Support your boys. T-shirts and other merchandise. Go to www.troyeverett.net and click shop. All right, y'all. Oh, I forgot to change that too. It's still up there. Today we're talking about don't be a jackass and know what and who you are voting for. I mean, have you seen who's out there? Go ahead.
It says you three. Hey, Miss Jones, how you doing? First and foremost, she says you three do a great job with the podcast. Continued blessings. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the support. Also, starting next week, I'm gonna have a graphic up on how you can win some merchandise. We're gonna go back to giving away merchandise since we're competing with the NFL. We're gonna give away some merchandise. If you get it, that might be another problem. But no, we'll get it to you. But it's not gonna be easy.
Hey, Sharif, thanks for
joining.
And Miss Deborah Jones as well. Thanks for joining in. Sound effects down today. I'm human sound effects now. That's gonna be even better. I think that's how I'm gonna do it. No more sound effects. I'm gonna be human sound effects from now on.
All right. I'm gonna do sound effects then.
Yeah. Oh,
we're gonna figure out. No, we're gonna figure out how to do sound effects. Get everything right. Like we said, don't be a jackass. Know what, and who you're voting for. So we got some videos that we're going to play of some of the candidates. A pink hoodie and hat. Matter of fact, I've got some new designs that are getting ready to come out that I've made for the women. Let me see if I have it on. This would be just an example. So I guess we could do a case study here. I'm not sure if I still got it on here. Hey, Christy, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for joining in.
So while I find this, why don't you tell them about the Blacklist, drummer? While I look for this, why don't you tell them about the Blacklist, drummer?
Oh, I heard you.
Oh.
I don't know if you guys know too much about the Blacklist, but Blacklist is something that I personally really post stuff in and everything. Troy has the great description about it, but I'm just going to give it to you. from my perspective. I put every business in the blacklist. If I'm like at the mall, see a business, a new business. I usually do small new business, black businesses, and so I just go in, get that card, tell them what I do. We all have the what are them things called? Popo cards, where we just boom, and it puts the website and everything on your phone where you can save it. And with the blacklist, I put up businesses. There's from Michigan to Cali to Florida to Georgia, Chicago, New York. It's everywhere. So if you know anybody, do I have the black? Here we go. If you know anybody who has a small business, a start-off business, just anything business-wise, go to the blacklist. I can put up the link. Go to the blacklist. I mean, you can get some of everything, any type of services. We got Janine Sweet Treats. That you know what? Matter of fact, Troy.
Troy did what? I got rid of them.
Yeah, you took.
I'll put them up next week.
Yeah, but anyway, we got Janine Sweet Treats and also a few other ones. But yeah, a lot of people get businesses. A lot of people get business out of the blacklist. So make sure you head to the blacklist. Put all your friends and families, business service in there, and you'll definitely get some coffee. I guarantee that.
Okay. Yeah, so back to the merchandise. Sorry it took so long, but been messing around with these overall prints. This is just an example. We're going to have a whole bunch of overall prints for women. Tell me what you guys think of that. So the bottom pants are what we're going to be looking to do. We're going to have, let's get that off there real quick.
I got it.
Yeah, so it'll be overall prints. We'll have those. We'll also have yoga pants for the women. So we're working out. So what Cherie said she wanted pink. So we'll figure out a pink design. So if you guys would tell us what type of designs you like, we'll put them all together.
She said pink hoodie. Idiotbox.
You want a pink hoodie. We'll definitely get that for her.
Now. You just
I said definitely.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll have some more. We're working on more merchandise to get up.
They said they like it. Hey,
Good,
London,
good.
joining in. We miss you too.
Thank you for joining in.
She said she likes that, and London said she likes it.
Okay, great. So we'll have those up on the website. We'll have the yoga pants. Those are kind of like pajama pants. There's a new fleece up there because it's going to get cold soon. We got a new fleece that's up there, sweater pullover fleece, Idiotbox fleece with the embroidered Idiotbox on it. So you guys go ahead and check that out.
Now,
yes, she is our number one fan. So we're going to just jump right into, we're at 13 minutes. We're going to jump right into this because we got some videos that we're going to play of some of the candidates out there. So let's go ahead and get the party started. So today's episode is Don't Be a Jackass. This is the third time we told y'all because we screwed up in the beginning like 5 times. So we're gonna just tell you again. Don't be a jackass. Know what and who you are voting for. So what I did was I went and looked at some of the people who are running, some of the candidates that were running, and I grabbed their launch videos, right? So we get to watch their launch videos. I didn't go through all of their ideologies or what they're campaigning for, what they're paying. They'll say it in the 2-minute or 3-minute video. So who should we do first? So in the Democratic side, we've got Biden, Williams, and Kennedy. Republican, we got everybody from Tim Scott or Mushmouth.
got them all
Huh?
Mix them up, or you got them all together?
We can play whoever we want first. Who would you like to see first?
Just kind of go back and forth.
Okay, let's go back and forth. So let me share this video file. Desktop. And we'll go with, let's go with Ron DeSantis, since everybody's talking about him. I can't stand him, but hey, let's go with Ron DeSantis.
Our border is a disaster. Crime infests our cities. The federal government makes it harder for families to make ends meet, and the president flounders. But decline is a choice. Success is attainable, and freedom is worth fighting for. Righting the ship requires restoring sanity to our society, normalcy to our communities, and integrity to our institutions. Truth must be our foundation, and common sense can no longer be an uncommon virtue. In Florida, we proved that it can be done. We chose facts over fear, education over indoctrination, law and order over rioting and disorder. We held the line when freedom hung in the balance. We showed that we can and must revitalize America. We need the courage to lead and the strength to win. I'm Ron DeSantis, and I'm running for president to lead our great American comeback.
Ron DeSantis, everybody. The guy has the personality of a pet rock. This guy, I live in Florida. He has turned this as governor, he has screwed this place up. He's an authoritarian. Now, this is my personal opinion. There might be somebody out there who has a different view of it and can probably educate me on what's good about this fucking idiot. So if you're out there, please come on the show. The green room links up. What was your take from the video, drummer?
Well, I would say he's an idiot. I don't even, you know what? I'm going to be real honest. I didn't even pay attention to that because I don't really care for him. So I didn't pay attention. I was on my Idiotbox television, behind the scenes stuff that I do every Thursday. So I wasn't paying attention. Sharif?
Sharif says he's full of it.
It seems like he's trying to basically win so he can rebuild American again.
Oh, we already know that. That's why I didn't even comment, because we already know he wants to take us back to slavery. He's getting a lot of little easy stuff that while we're paying attention to the girl getting hit by the rock or all this other stuff, I think all that stuff is paid distractions. Yeah. We have to think about the distractions right now and pay attention to who we need to vote for, and don't be a jackass.
Yeah, don't be a jackass. So this guy, he's one of the candidates running for Republican. Again, he's turned Florida upside down. He's passed some really bad legislations that's hurt the economy here. For one, the NCAA. I don't think Trump is about to win again. Terrence Banks says he just might.
Thank you for joining in.
Thank you for joining in.
Yeah, so they had travel advisories for Florida because some of the policies he's put forth. Right. One of the largest convention centers in the world is here in Orlando, and they have seen a decline in bookings. They're losing money. He went after Disney because Disney went after his "don't say gay" policies. So he went after Disney because Disney used their, First Amendment right to speak about it, and they said they didn't approve of it because there's a lot of gay people and
work there,
work at Disney. So it's he's really did a terrible job. Then he passed a really harsh bill against illegal immigrants that are here working, and the majority of the people that do the agriculture here in Florida, hell, across the fucking United States, are illegal immigrants. Some of them have green cards, some of them don't, but they travel seasonally, and you'll see them in Michigan, you'll see them in Nevada, you'll see them everywhere. It's been like this for a long time. So these people are really pushing to close a border problem that we've had since the beginning of the United States.
Right.
They want to get rid of people that are indigenous to the continent anyways, which is not going to happen. So that's one of the guys. What do you guys think about DeSantis? Cherie says he's in America. America is full of jackasses. That is true. That is true.
That is very true. We're not going to get into that. That's another show. But yes.
Okay, so we'll go on to the next one. That was Republican. Let's go to Scruffy McGirt. This is Robert F. Kennedy.
Not Scruffy McGirt.
What we need in the United States is not division. What we need in the United States is not hatred. What we need in the United States is not violence and lawlessness, but is love and wisdom and compassion toward one another.
Every nation has a darker side, and the easiest thing for a politician to do is to appeal to our hatred and our anger and our bigotry and greed and xenophobia and all of the alchemies of demagoguery. My father and my uncle had a vision for America, a vision of racial harmony, of prosperity for all Americans, of peace in the world, and of honest government. Their lives were tragically cut short, and America took a different path. Yet the possibility they foresaw is still alive, the America that almost was and yet may be. I've been fighting corporate corruption my entire life, but I understand that today the problem is much larger than a few crooked individuals. The problem is a system that no longer serves the people, and a people who are so divided and so fearful that they are easily ruled. It's time to unlearn the reflexes of fear and blame and find ways to unify ourselves and turn our country around. I won't pretend to you that it will be easy, but I know what it will take. My father said it: love, wisdom, and compassion toward one another, and that's where we need to start. We will scale down the war machine and bring our resources home. We will rebuild our water systems, repair our roads, modernize our railroads, and clean up our environment. We will also clean up government and earn back the people's trust. We will end the secrecy, the censorship, and the surveillance. We will again be a fearless land of liberty.
The cost of freedom is always high, but Americans have always paid it.
We will face honestly the darker parts of our history, the genocide, the racism, not to shame or blame or punish, but to repair as best we can in a spirit of compassion and kindness toward all. I'm inviting all of you to join me to create an America that we can believe in and be proud of again. I'm Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and I'm running for President of the United States.
Okay, Robert F. Kennedy, what did you guys think of his message?
Actually, it sounded pretty good beside his voice, but what he was saying, that's basically what majority of good people want. But
yeah, so Sharif, what he was saying is that he wants to invest, trim down the war machine, which is our military, invest in infrastructure, buildings and stuff, and face head on racism and the dark times of this country so we can move forward, right? So Cherie says he sounds more convincing than that other dude, right? Yeah. I can't take him seriously with that voice.
Me neither. That voice just took me out.
Great message though. But yeah, I really like that. Go ahead, drummer.
Go ahead. I said it already.
Oh, I really like his message too. I think he has a really good message when he says the transparency in government and cleaning it up. Hopefully that involves term limits, so we don't have people up at the podium having a fucking seizure and stroke because they're fucking 823 years old. I'm on one tonight. Sorry for the cussing, ladies and gentlemen. Just passionate about this lovely country we have that's going to shit in a handbag. And we've got these idiots running for president that sound like Yoda from Star Wars. But anyways, back to you people. At the end of the day, they're all liars. They say what they think we want to hear. See, there's that distrust in our government. If we vote for these guys, like Sharice says, if we vote for them and we get them in, will they stick to what they said, or will they backstab us like everybody has? Biden promises things. Trump promised to build a wall, didn't build a wall. All the promises that they make, they never fulfill those promises.
Never. Or wait, let's say this. Or they're somehow blocked from fulfilling those promises. I can't really say Republicans because I don't pay attention to them. But when it comes to the Democrats, they're always not in control of the House and the Senate. So they can't make any decisions because they're always outvoted. So
yeah, that could be a problem.
That's a big problem.
Okay, so people have got to kind of like what's his name, Robert F. Kennedy. I think he's just running off his dad and his uncle's name. Their families are career politicians. He's got dirt on him. We know he does. Everybody in the Kennedy family has been in the Senate since they got into it. Now, if you ask a Cuban American about JFK, Black people say he's great. A lot of people say he was a great president. The dude was shiesty. So if you haven't read about it, you need to go read about the Bay of Pigs and what happened in Cuba. He did some really shiesty things to the Cuban people. They wanted to uprise against Fidel Castro. He funded them, trained them, and sent them into slaughter. And after they lost, he kind of cut ties with them. So there's a lot of Cubans that really don't care for JFK. But again, that's another story. Look that up. The Bay of Pigs. So that was him. Let's look at Mushmouth.
You know what?
This day,
Go ahead, Sharif.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
April 12th, 1861, in this harbor, the first shots of the Civil War were fired, and our country faced the defining moment. Would we truly be one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all? America's soul was put to the test, and we prevailed. Today, our country is once again being tested. Once again, our divisions run deep, and the threat to our future is real. Joe Biden and the radical left have chosen a culture of grievance over greatness. They're promoting victimhood instead of personal responsibility, and they're indoctrinating our children to believe we live in an evil country. And all too often, when they get called out for their failures, they weaponize race to divide us, to hold on to their power. When I fought back against their liberal agenda, they called me a prop, a token, because I disrupt their narrative. I threaten their control. They know the truth of my life disproves their lies. See, I was raised by a single mother in poverty. The spoons in our apartment were plastic, not silver, but we had faith. We put in the work, and we had an unwavering belief that we too could live the American dream. I know America is a land of opportunity, not a land of oppression. I know it because I've lived it. That's why it pains my soul to see the Biden liberals attacking every rung of the ladder that helped me climb. If the radical left gets their way, millions more families will be trapped in failing schools, crime-ridden neighborhoods, and crushing inflation. Not on my watch. This is personal to me. I will never back down in defense of the conservative values that make America exceptional. And that's why I'm announcing my exploratory committee for President of the United States. I will defend the Judeo-Christian foundation our nation is built on and protect our religious liberty. I will stand up to communist China and restore opportunities for hardworking Americans to thrive and prosper. I will fight to give every parent a choice in education so their children have a better chance in life. I will defend our borders and our neighborhood streets, and I will protect our most fundamental right, the right to life itself. I bear witness that America can do for anyone what she has done for me, but we must rise up to the challenges of our time. This is a fight we must win, and that will take faith. Faith in God, faith in each other, and faith in America. God bless our United States of America, and God bless you.
That's enough. You know what? Out of the presidency. That thing is too long. Look,
Well,
Sheree.
this nigga here. I really have a problem with under God. I thought there was supposed to be a separation between church and state, but I digress. Again, Lachey, that's a very everybody claims these founding fathers were Christians. Many of them didn't even believe in the deity of Christ. They didn't even believe in the deity of Christ. They believed in the message, but they weren't really Christians. He says, Adele says, ass kissing, boot licking. Yeah, he's kind of out there. Not only that, but today he put out a statement that people are being prejudiced against him, not because of his colors. Listen to this. Not because of his color, but because he's an older guy that isn't married. People are saying that he may be gay. So that's why Sheree says sell out. Yeah. So if you go back to the video, he brings up 1816 or whatever it is. Your forefathers were in chains at that time.
Right.
Dell says, I wish you would get a wake up call. Yeah, he needs a wake up call.
Oh shoot.
The more of an ass than white people. Like, are you serious? I can't vote for him. He all the way sleep that nigga. Yeah.
What did she say?
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people around here that don't vote. Yeah. And some about people don't take it serious.
Yeah, they don't take it serious, and that's why we've got these people on the people that we've seen thus far, their videos. That's why they are on the platform, is because we don't go out and research these people or put our money in our mouth behind people that we want in politics that are going to represent us. He says, Uncle Tom. Now, the next
Uncle Tom, Uncle Tommy.
So what I'm going to.
Yep. But there's a lot of parents out here need to teach 18-year-old, because that's the beginning for them to vote. And a lot of don't vote. So you need to teach them.
Yeah. So what I think the problem is we don't teach them at a young age how important voting is. It wasn't until I got older that I realized, hey, I need to start voting. These are the reasons why. He couldn't pay me to vote for him. Sambo asked me, boy, he's getting run through the mill. Hey, I don't know. Let me see if I can find it. You guys are gonna laugh at this. He reminds me of a Fat Albert character. He does. He reminds me of a Fat Albert character. Do you guys remember Mushmouth?
Y'all is going in on Tim Scott.
Yep, we're going in. You guys remember Mushmouth? Mm-hmm. There's Tim Scott right there. That's who he looks like.
Them all day.
Hey, everybody vote for Much Mouth for president.
Man, blow him up bigger than that. Zoom him out so they can really see Much Mouth. Look at Much Mouth. Oh, shoot.
Hey.
Oh.
What's all this stuff?
Getting rid of all your stuff. That's whatever was in that last screen. Oh, that's in that screen you had.
Yeah, that's on the other side. I tried to blow it up, but anyways, it ain't working. But yeah, that's Tim Scott, everybody. That's Tim Scott. Stop sharing.
Old Sambo.
Until says Much Mouth.
Old Sambo.
I got a new neighbor that sounds like him.
Oh man, now that sounds like him.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to my favorite nominee, and it's not Biden. And we're going to go ahead and gonna play one of my favorites. My favorite author, favorite speaker. Love this guy, and he's running for president. A lot of people don't
even know it. Don't even know him.
Yeah, don't even know who he is. That's a damn shame.
It's your love.
In these bleak times, I have decided to run for truth and justice, which takes the form of running for president of the United States. I enter into quest for truth. I enter into quest for justice. And the presidency is just one vehicle to pursue that truth and justice, what I've been trying to do all of my life. I come from a tradition where I care about you. I care about the quality of your life. I care about whether you have access to a job with a living wage, decent housing, women having control over their bodies, health care for all, de-escalating the destruction of the planet, the destruction of American democracy. Democracy creates disruption. It creates an eruption. It creates an interruption. Wide from below, the energies of everyday people is manifest. And I know there are precious people in your life who you care for. That's why it's important for you to be involved, important for you to participate. We're not talking about hating anybody. We're talking about loving. We're talking about affirming. We're talking about empowering those who have been pushed to the margins, because neither political party wants to tell the truth about Wall Street, about Ukraine, about the Pentagon, about big tech. Neo-fascists like Brother Trump or milquetoast neoliberals like Brother Biden. Wow, I'm so happy to make a world-shaking decision. You know what I mean? Well, I know gangsters when I see them. And gangster's not a subjective expression, it's an objective condition. Do we have what it takes? We shall see. But some of us are going to go down fighting, go down swinging with style and a smile, accenting the best in you and trying to tease out the best in me. Let's do it together.
There he is. He's my favorite out of the whole thing, and I might be biased on this, but this guy's been fighting for everybody, not just black people. Yes, he's been a professor at Harvard, Yale. He's very well respected throughout the political sphere. His ideologies and his ideas encompass everybody. Everybody talks about their faith in God and this and that. But a lot of those people that you see, they don't walk it like this man has walked it, right? He doesn't push religion on you. He doesn't push God on you. He tries to show it through his actions, not just say he does this. Go ahead and research Cornel West, man. I mean, my favorite author. I've been following this man for forever. He's got a really good really good idea on how to change the country in a different direction.
Right.
him and Kennedy kind of sound the same. I just don't trust the Kennedy name. So what do you guys think about Cornel West?
I've liked Cornel West for years. I never thought he would run for president, but now that he is, that's even better.
Yeah. And Brian here says he has a friend who's running against Marjorie Taylor Greene for the Congress against. So if you guys go to Sean, what is it, Ford? SeanForGeorgia.com. Go ahead and check him out. See what his, if you live in Georgia. I know that you live in Georgia, drummer. And so a lot of our viewers live in Georgia. So go ahead and check that out. Show a little bit of support, see what he's talking about, see if he's worth voting for. To have your vote.
No offense. I'll vote for a donkey before Marjorie Taylor Greene. She got to go. She really got to go. She's a problem.
Yeah, she's a big problem. Go ahead, Tree.
We all need vote for all the elections and district, you know.
Yep.
You know, a lot of the inner cities have to go out far. You know, they should have them closer for them to vote.
That's all on purpose.
Yeah, that's all designed. I mean,
right.
The Supreme Court just rejected, I forgot which state it was. They're trying to jerry-rig the election to where I think gerrymandering, I think it's called. They're trying to make lines where they're not supposed to have these lines. You look into that. Well, we could talk about that because I don't have all the information on it, but yeah, you got long lines in the inner cities where inner cities mostly dominantly vote, predominantly Democratic. So you got longer waiting lines. You have less voting booths or areas to vote. It's all done by design.
Yep.
And this is not new. This has been going on since African Americans or minorities had the right to vote. She's a whole complete idiot. I don't know how she even made it to adulthood, let alone the Senate.
A straight idiot. It is unbelievable.
Yeah, so check out SeanFordGeorgia.com. See if he's a better fit for that district. Even if you're in that district, I'm not sure.
That came off of YouTube, and I can't get that link to repost because I wouldn't.
Okay.
Yeah, so tell him to send it to you.
Papa Cornel West is a prudent and upright man. This country is not ready for the pure heart and correct man like Cornel West. I kind of agree. I think the powers that be don't want that type of change. What he's talking about with the neoliberalism of Biden is the guy is not. He's not really for you. He doesn't really care for you. He just wants your vote. But to change, because if you think about it, we make most of our money off of war. This country's been at war since there's not been this very few years of peace that this country's in, and a lot of the liberals, they say, want to cut that budget, cut that budget, and do we really want to cut that budget? I think that's something that needs to be discussed, right? I know that we have military bases all over the world. We have military bases all over the world to protect our interests, to protect our foreign interests. Brian could probably speak better to that, but do we really need that? I mean, who's invaded the United States? How many times? I mean, you got Pearl Harbor and 9/11.
Right.
Before that, it was the British.
Right.
You know, I just don't get it.
We'll never get it.
But they spend a lot of money on the military machine.
Yes.
Go ahead, Sharif.
I mean, you know, a lot of people that don't understand the whole system No, but if they go to vote.org, that would be a good way of them getting there. We got to put the information in there first, and then once you get in there, and it tells you all about each person and what's going on in every state and city.
Right. Good information, Sharif. Go to vote.org and you can make up your own decision. You ain't got to listen to us three idiots. Like I said, people on the conservative side might think we're crazy for even thinking about voting for somebody like Cornel West or Kennedy, where their choices are. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and play what their choices. Let's play the scumbags.
Play the scumbag
for you. Just how far are the radical left and inside the Beltway bandits willing to go to stop him? We all know they hate him for winning the fight to protect life, for exposing their deep state, for draining their precious swamp. And they already know he'll crush Biden. So like a pack of rabid wolves, they attack. So let's impeach him. Let's get tainted radical left prosecutors to charge him. Let's conspire with Hillary and the FBI with fake stories about him. All to distract from Biden's incompetence, weakness, and money-grabbing corruption. But here's the thing, he'll never blink. That's called having the courage of your convictions. And it's why he's our president.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
There was some diehard Trumpies out there who would definitely vote. I said definitely. Who will vote for Trump. I mean, I think at this point it's a popularity competition for people instead of policies.
Yeah.
What's better for you? Like I said a couple episodes ago, the majority of the people out there that are at these clown shows for Trump, he wouldn't piss on your grave. He wouldn't piss on you if you're on fire just to put you out.
Just laugh.
She says, wow, this is so off-putting. And aggressive, yeah, so overly aggressive against his competition. I understand that, but the thing is, we're on the same team, right? Biden is American, he's an American. Republicans and Democrats, we're supposed to be on the same team.
Supposed to be.
Yeah, and Dell says that's right. Yeah, so
both the same team.
Yeah, we're supposed to be on the same team. If you look at the Republicans are attacking the Democrats because of gender equality or the border. They attack the Republicans on this aspect. But if I'm not mistaken, we still had a problem when Trump was in office at the border also. We had a lot of people crossing there. It might have went down. There's laws that were passed, and that problem's not going to go away. We're not going to completely get rid of that problem.
I think they faked that problem and over-exaggerated, because think about it. They let them get in. They end up making money off of them anyway. So the whole thing about closing the border, that makes people pay attention to that while they're doing something else behind our back. They really don't care. Because if they really cared, why do we go over into other cities where we see a huge population of who?
Yeah.
They done set up their own little city with their own little people. Not saying little people disrespectively, but I'm just saying, I think that's just a whole big distraction.
Yeah.
Still getting over here.
And here's Brian before he leaves. He says he's got to go, but just wanted to say $100 billion for Ukraine is crazy. It's absolutely insane. We shouldn't be giving them any money. Why are we giving them that money? And I think some of the Republicans are like, hey, that's the country that Hunter Biden was in and made this money and got money. Maybe there's a correlation between this war and the Biden family. So, yeah, there's a lot of corruption. I think we need to wipe the slate clean, look for the younger generation to go ahead and and have them step up. You've got those two young men in Tennessee. You got the young guy in the Senate that's from Florida. I forgot his name. I got to remember these names, but I'm old as shit, so I can't remember.
You ain't got to vote for him, so that's why you don't remember him.
Right. But yeah, that is crazy, Brian. I mean, $100 billion is ridiculous. We should not be sending that money over there. Definitely. Could be better directed right here.
We oversigning a lot of money.
They'll never get it.
We owe Japan even more.
Japan.
Yeah, we owe Japan even more. Now, we're still the number one leader in GDP. I mean, we gross whatever product. We're still that country that makes all the money. But China is quickly catching up, and India is not too far behind. But the thing is, we're sending billions of dollars to these other countries to fight proxy wars. We're sending billions of dollars to countries just so we can have a base there, a military base there. That's the reason we send this aid to other countries like Israel. Man, fuck Israel. I know a lot of you Christians will say, hey, no. Fuck Israel. That is not your land.
Nope.
God promised it to the people that were there, and they fucked up and they lost it. So
the money is only to control what they want to control over there. That's all it is.
Well, it's strategically placed in the Middle East to where you could get to every place. It's a strategical place. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with Jesus Christ. It has nothing to do with the Holy Land. It has nothing to do with a Christian ideology that we got to save Zionists over there. That's not the purpose. The purpose is
it's where all the drug dealers meet. It's where all the drug dealers and the guns dealers meet to exchange their money and guns and stuff. That's what it is.
But these politicians won't tell you the truth, and all the videos that we've seen so far are light and fluffy and scripted, but they don't get down to the root of the problems that we have here in the United States. Why is, some white guy going into the Dollar Tree and shooting up black people, right? Why are you got a transgender going into some high school shooting kids? Why do you have, 13 and 14-year-olds in Chicago that are mass genociding each other? What are these are problems. What's the root of these problems? I don't give a shit about the border. I don't give a shit about the Ukrainians. I really don't. Unless it's Lomachenko fighting somebody. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we don't. A lot of us don't. A lot of us are wondering why they're even spending that money and messing around over there. They have a big interest. That's why. It's all about some money. It's about money.
You never see Israel as a state in the Bible. In the Holy Writings, Israel is a man. Thank you. Go ahead and preach, Del. Is a man and his 12 sons. We all know Israel became a state in 1948 from the racist United Nations after World War II. Exactly. You're absolutely correct. It was a promised land. The promised land was the promised land. It wasn't Israel. Israel, what he's saying, was a person. It was a person. They were promised to go into the land of milk and honey. That's the land God promised to them. They went in there and they got it just like God said, but then they turned their back on God and they lost it. They lost it. It's no longer the promised land. You forfeited your promise.
Right.
The farmer name of Jerusalem in the Bible is Canaan.
Canaan.
Yep. Or the former name of Jerusalem is Canaan. That's probably what he meant. Yeah, it's Canaan. And we got to get Del on here because me and Del have some great. Oh, I missed your call also, Del. I'm gonna call you this weekend. I'll call you this weekend for sure, and Sunday. Hopefully you're not on the road. Del has some really good good commentary and good information on this. We need to have him on when we start to talk about these kind of things.
Right.
I really appreciate you coming on, Del. So yeah, that's going on a little rant here. Those are some of the videos we got. Want to play one more real quick before we get out of here?
You're going on the rant.
Yeah, you guys didn't do your homework.
No, what you mean? We can go watch every show. You do talking, and we just come in when you let us. Don't even start.
Okay. We're gonna play one more one more candidate, and we'll get out of here.
Time is flying.
I'm a successful entrepreneur, and I'm running for president of the United States. We're in the middle of a national identity crisis. Faith, patriotism, and hard work have disappeared. Wokeness, gender ideology, and the climate cult have taken their place. We spend so much time celebrating our diversity that we forget the values that bind us together. And I believe deep in my bones those values still exist. I'm Vivek Ramaswamy, and I approve this message because we can take our country back.
Vivek
Okay, so I'm gonna let you talk about Vivek.
Vivek Ramaswamy. Wow. I didn't know how to pronounce that name till right now. Well, I don't even think anybody really would vote for him. I think he's a nice, well-mannered man. He sounds good. I wouldn't think about voting for him because I don't know. It's just something about him. You know what? Let me say it like this. I don't think nobody else will vote for him. So even if I liked him, I wouldn't vote for him.
Yeah, but
his race. Will vote for him just because his race.
Yeah, he's a Republican. And his people won't vote for him for his race. But other things you have to look into is he's a millionaire. He's funding his own campaign. And how did he get his money, right? Listen to this shit. So this guy, he had a company, and it was a Alzheimer's medicine, right? For Alzheimer's. So it's going through its trial. So it got through the second trial, and it had promising results. People were flooding money in it. Hey, it's curing Alzheimer's, and people are living longer, or people could live longer based on these trials, right? And people were flooding money in. So that's how he made his millions and millions of dollars, was through this drug. So the person that was doing the trials, the second trials, was his mother, right? So his mother is in the medical field, and she was the one that was doing the trials. So after he gets all this money, all of a sudden he pulls some of his money out, right? So the third trials come out, the final trials, and it flops. It starts killing things, and it just doesn't work at all, right? It doesn't work at all. So he made millions off people's investing into a failed prescription drug. He had been lying about the whole time. So again, that's why the show is called, know who you're voting for and what you're voting for. This guy, he's a fraud. He's a fraud across the board.
Wow, I did not know that because I never looked in or read anything about him. Because like I said, I felt like because of his race, nobody would vote on him, and I don't vote Republican anyway. So,
well, he got a real big bump to where he was close to DeSantis. He's in third place right now.
Really?
Yeah, he was unheard of, and he got a huge bump to where he's not far behind DeSantis. But what's that?
DeSantis is second, right?
Yeah, behind Donald Trump, but a far behind Trump. So, but yeah, these are some of the people that we have running to run the United States. I mean, I think we should run next. What's that?
Can you run 20, as a
28? Huh?
Call it the Idiotbox presidency.
Yeah, I think we should run.
Good deal. My pleasure, guys. Look at Shay said,
"Get the fuck out of here." well, those are your
time flew.
Yeah, it did. Well, those are some of your choices, ladies and gentlemen. We're fucked. These are the people that are running for the United States presidency. I didn't show Biden's commercial because I didn't want to put you guys to sleep. And, we got people, like I said, that are 125 years old, having seizures on world stage, freezing up, won't step down.
Troy. What'd you say? We what? What are we?
What I
You said what? No, you got to say it the same way you said it. Say it. We're what?
Fucked.
No, you said it with emphasis. You was like, we're fucked.
Well, these are the people. These are the people that are running for the presidency, the highest office in our country, and all of them are jackasses.
They are.
It's unbelievable. And then another problem is, to vote, that's your birthright, right? Here in the United States, if you're born here, that's your birthright. Doesn't mean you're smart enough to vote. We got a lot of dummies out there that are following like the Trump monster out there. It doesn't, to people who have critical thinking or have some common sense, it doesn't make much sense. So like Drummer's putting out there, everybody get out there and vote. Vote for who you want to. If you want Trump in office, vote for Trump. If you want,
vote for what's his name? The one with the rough voice.
Kennedy.
You can vote for
Kennedy. You can vote for Kennedy. If you want Tim Scott. If you want the first black homosexual on as president, go for it. Vote for Tim Scott.
No,
allegedly. Let me put that on there so we don't get in trouble. Allegedly.
Oh, so you don't get in trouble. Look, you're the Charlemagne of this podcast. The one that's always in trouble.
Well, we appreciate you guys.
Vote. And not only we talking about the president, but we should be talking about your local elections, your governor, your mayor, congressmen, congresswomen. That's who we need out.
Yeah, right. They are the ones that for the bone. They're the one, not the president.
Right. Your local offices. Make sure you vote for your local offices. Look into them. We did the global scale because we live in 3 states. It'll take forever. But next week, make sure you guys tune in next week because hey, Drummer, what is it next week?
Happy wife, happy life. Just know men go first.
That might be interesting. That one might be interesting, and make sure you guys come on for that. We're going to go ahead and launch that right now, so you guys can come on. Women, yeah. The reason we're doing it is that men normally die before the wives do. So we're going to show that again.
What we want to know is why is that? Are we too busy catering to y'all and making y'all happy, and we're just not happy inside, and we're having, I don't know, but it seems true. I was just asking the other day, are these like men passed away, and that the women are left as widows, and and the kids, and are the men really stressing because they're not getting what they want and what they need? Tune in, y'all. We're gonna talk about that.
Go ahead, Sharif.
What's that?
Go ahead, Sharif. Take us out.
Yeah. I just want to let everybody know. Watching episode 106, and make sure you guys register, even if you're 18 and up. Register, and also vote. You can do it 14 days before the election day.
Look what Sharif said.
So peace. I'll see you next week.
Look what Sharif said.
Peace. We see you, Sharif. Come on next week. We'll talk about it.
We're in a lot of trouble because less than 3% of you people read books. Listen to me. Television is not the truth. Television is a goddamn amusement park. Television is a circus, a carnival, a traveling troupe of acrobats, storytellers, dancers, singers, jugglers, sideshow freaks, lion tamers, and football players. We'll tell you anything you want to hear. We lie like hell. We'll tell you any shit you want to hear. We deal in illusions, man. None of it is true. You're beginning to believe the illusions. This is mass madness, you maniac. In God's name, you people are the real thing. We are